Hey there, it's Terry from the Quarter Acre. How are you doing today? I'm doing great, and I am here to share with you a review of second grade social studies daily practice workbook, 20 weeks of fun activities. So I purchased this because we do history as a group subject. I have a 13-year-old son and a 7-year-old daughter that I purchased this to be a supplement for her. So our history is based on what he would be learning in public school. We're using Story of the World, and we're kind of following the trajectory. He did 3/4 of 6th grade, then the pandemic hit, and that last quarter just kind of fell off the face of the planet, and then we homeschooled 7th and 8th grade and decided that we loved it. And because we knew distance learning was not going to be a fit for us. And so I thought it was important to keep with kind of where he was at and where he was headed, because we weren't sure what we were going to do when we hit the high school years, and I wanted to make sure that he had learned and kept up with or exceeded what his contemporaries were learning in history. So I bought this past year as my daughter entered into 2nd grade as a supplement to do in addition to Story of the World. We do history once a week in a big chunk. And that works really great for us because we can do the craft that goes along with it or the activity and like spend some more time, and it's just the way we schedule out our homeschool. If you want to see more about how we schedule out our week, you can find that video on my channel. But I thought this would be a great thing for her because for Story of the World we give her a coloring sheet. Sorry about that. I had to cut some of that video out. My Alexa started going off giving us reminders. So I got this as a supplement because I thought, well, I want to make sure that she's getting what she would be learning in 2nd grade in addition to learning from Story of the World. She has the coloring sheet to do while we're doing while I'm reading Story of the World, to keep her hands busy and help her keep tuned in to what we're talking about, and then whatever project or experience we're doing for that particular lesson. But I wanted to give her something more, so I ordered this, and I really learned my lesson on don't order something, a curriculum book on Amazon or anywhere else that doesn't show you some sample pages, because we got to page 27 and we stopped using it because it is boring. They somehow made the holidays and holiday traditions boring. It's got like multiple choice questions, and I don't know. To me, it feels like more of a test than it does like a boring black and white. There's no color inside. The cover looked really colorful and nice. There's no color, and it just is super boring. And to do more than one page in a sitting would be like pulling teeth. And I don't know, it just didn't seem to add anything to our day. It just took time and energy, and it was stuff that I feel like my daughter already knew, or that was being covered in other curriculums or other activities that we were doing, you know, learning about Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day. Well, that's something we already talk about when we celebrate those days. Like if you're a homeschool mom, you probably, you know, have some fun activities or things around the holidays. Learning about local government, the way they approached it felt way over the kids' heads. Learning about like the landmarks and things like that. Well, we learned a lot about that just in our regular history and from watching Liberty Kids and things like that. It just didn't grab me. I prefer, like, to learn about the civics stuff, I prefer to use iCivics, which is an amazing free resource that is really fun. I'm not gonna lie, I've played the presidential election one a couple times just to see if I can win. I have never been elected president on iCivics, but there's hope. So I would not recommend social studies second grade daily practice workbook. It's supposed to cover history, civics, and government, and geography and economics. And like I said, we made it 20-something pages in and said, no thank you. And I feel like we were better for it. We actually went ahead and we used Story of the World, and then we stopped when we got to the American Revolution and grabbed the Good and the Beautiful Constitution study. And we're working on that. And I paused it because we reached that busy end of the year time where we really were focusing on getting our math and our English and our Spanish and things like that done. And so we're actually going to pick that back up now that we are done with our school year, because we're homeschool. We can do whatever we want. And we're going to do a history camp, and we're going to finish out the whole colonial section there and the whole Constitution and up through the Civil War with a whole history camp. So we're just going to focus on history camp for a week. We're going to wear costumes, we're going to eat foods, we're going to do activities, we're going to reenact battles. Like, it's going to be epic, and it's going to be so much more fun than these black and white pages. So yeah, sorry, second grade social studies daily practice workbook, 20 weeks of fun activities. You were not fun, and I will not be using you. I'm sorry if you are the author of this book. I don't know who the author is. It's Argo Prep is who publishes it, and it looks like they have a ton of other stuff, and I should have known because they've got workbooks that are Common Core standards, and my kids just don't do very well with Common Core, and I don't do very well with Common Core, so that should have been a giveaway, but I didn't know that it was Common Core aligned when I bought it. Make sure that when you buy something, you can see sample pages. I love that about the Good and the Beautiful, that they give sample pages, and that there's lots of great reviews on YouTube, including the ones on my channel. So check those out before you head out. If you found this helpful, you can give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any videos from the Quarter Acre. I hope that you have an amazing day. Do you have a second grade, third grade social studies kind of quick workbook that kids can use on their own that works for you guys? If you do, please let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to check it out. If you have any reviews for this workbook, you can drop those links down in the comment section down below too. I love to watch other YouTubers and hear what your thoughts are on curriculum, because maybe you approached it in a different way and I can use that. Anyways, have a great day. Happy homeschooling and be blessed.